how was your birthday?
It was good.
What did you do?
I went out to lunch, I ate some cake, and then I went to some presents.
What kind of cake?
I got a
What
ton
kind?
of gift cards.
What kind of gift card?
I got Starbucks, I got McDonald's, I got
Oh,
Panera.
Panera. I love Panera.
Same here. It's very good food.
What did you go for lunch?
I went to Hugo's.
Hugo?
It's a seafood restaurant downtown.
My mom, I went before. So good.
Very good food. Yeah, I tried oysters for the first time. They were good.
Guess what?
What?
Isaac.
What's up, Shane?
I'm being marshmallow for Halloween.
What was that, Trevor? You're gonna be what for Halloween?
Marshmallow.
Haley, you're on mute.
Very cool, dude.
Yeah. I know you love marshmallow.
Oh, wait, are you talking about the DJ?
Yes.
I love Marshmallow.
You too, Caitlin.
I love
Can I show you,
That's so cool, Trevor.
can I show you my costume?
What?
Sure.
All right, are we ready to get started today? All right, I'm seeing a bunch of thumbs up. Thanks so much, guys, for joining us for Unified Fitness Week 2. Super excited, you guys. Yeah, some excitement.
Yay.
To start off with a couple of reminders for those of you who joined with us last week, the benchmark. You need to make sure that you're communicating to your coach what your time was, so that you can your coach can submit that online with the link that they should have. If you have not completed the benchmark workout, we're encouraging you to choose one day this to complete that and then follow through and give that score to your coach. So again, they can record that on the website. That's just for us to be able to track your progress, for you guys to know how far you've come through this program. So that's highly important. Again, when you're writing that stuff down, that you're keeping track in your own journal, whether that be written down somewhere, or you can even use your phone and notes, something to record what you guys are doing, what your accomplishments have been, been able to do. Before we get started, I just want to make sure that everyone's camera placement for the workout. Ideally, we're going to have you have your whole body in the camera so that we can see your form, because throughout the workout, we have a live stream going on where we're highlighting everyone who's working out with us. So we want to make sure that everyone's doing movements together. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys that my camera, if you can, that you're far enough away that you see my head all the way down to my feet. Okay. So today's workout is right behind me. We are going to do what's called an AMRAP. It's as many rounds as possible of 25 squats, 20 lunges, 15 sit-ups, 10 push-ups, and 5 burpees. So you're going to go through that whole series as many times as you possibly can in that 10-minute time. And we have a clock that will be counting down, that's supposed to count down today of the time that you're participating. And in order to track those rounds, because sometimes, you know, when I'm working out, I kind of lose track of how many rounds I've done. It's helpful if you can grab at least, we'll say 5 items. So I'm going to count to 10 seconds. For example,
All right.
I
There we
have
go.
5 pens. So anything that you guys have 5 of, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to go grab those 5 items to help track the rounds. Okay.
All
So
right.
10, 9, 8,
1, 2,
6,
3,
5, 4,
Need one more.
3, 2,
Here we go.
1.
There we go.
All right. I think everyone's back at the camera. All right. Wonderful. Okay. So today I'm going to go over the standards for all of the movements and set you guys up for success. I also have Carolyn Cronin, who will be helping out with modifications for all of those movements. And I just want to remind you guys, as we're going through the standards and modifications, you guys at home, go ahead and try out all of the different movements. Do what feels right for your body and what's going to be successful for you to be able to maintain through that whole 10 minutes of the workout, okay? So I'm going to scoot back.
Brian.
We're going to start with air squats.
Air squat.
Traditional air squat, you'll be shoulder distance apart with your feet. Feet are slightly out. You're going to push your butt back. Pretend like you're going to be sitting down on something. You want your butt to go past your knees, and then you're going to push up through your heels, squeeze your glutes at the very top to push your hips forward. At the side angle again, we're keeping my butt back. I'm keeping my chest up all the way down, pushing up. That is our traditional air squat. Over to Carolyn to talk about some modifications.
Hey guys, so if you need to stay seated, you can sit up straight in your chair and you can simply move your legs in and out like this. If you have a ball, you can place a ball in between your thighs here and you can squeeze together and then release. You'll have to hold the ball so it stays, and you'll squeeze and release, and you'll feel that in your upper legs as well. Otherwise, instead of going all the way down like Bailey was, you can help for balance against your wall, and you can use a wall to help you get down to that squat form, and then use the wall to help you come back up, and again, come back down. Lastly, you could also do a squat with a chair behind you. So it will help with your balance. If you need to take a rest and then come back up, you can use that so you're not going quite as deep. So that would be the same stance that Bailey talked about, with your feet shoulder width apart, and then you're simply standing all the way up, squatting down until your butt hits your chair, and then standing back up again, and continuing the movement that way. Back to Bailey.
Awesome. Our next movement is the lunge. So again, start in the same shoulder apart with your feet, and you're going to step forward first with your right foot. Hold your core in, touch down. You're going to make 90 degrees with both knees, so your right and your left. You're going to push up through your heel to step back in place, and then you're going to be alternating back and forth between your right and your left. Most importantly is just to keep that core up tight. Your shoulders are still up as you're going down and back up again. That's what traditional lunges are like. Back to you, Carolyn.
So again, if you're sitting down, you're going to sit up straight, and you can work on trying to bring your knee as high to your chest as you can and alternate your legs. If you'd like to have your feet extended in front of you, you can work on doing a leg raise, and again, bring your leg out in front of you. So if you're seated, you can try that. Again, you need a little help with your balance. You can use a chair when you're standing up and hold on to the chair, or brace yourself on the wall to help balance. So you might need to move your chair, but you can hold on to it and then step out, do your lunge, and come back up. If you feel okay on your feet with balance, but you can't go down quite as far, just work on stepping out and not bending your knee down quite as far. So I know you can't
Over there, over
me,
red.
but you would just step out here if that works. Step out to the front here. And again, just work on going down as far as you are able to. Bailey?
All right, our next movement is a sit-up. So you're going to be on the ground for this one. Your feet are firmly on the ground.
Watch there, you're not gonna know what to do.
Your knees are bent. You can either put your arms across your chest, your hands behind your head, or you can do free arm, but you're going to curl down, touch your shoulders to the ground, And then curl your top shoulder all the way up to that crunch to go forward and kind of reach. If you have your hands not to your head, you're reaching through to touch your feet. If you do have your hands on your head, make sure you're not pulling on your neck, that your core is doing the bulk of the work to get you back up. So again, you're curling down, shoulders are on the ground, curl the top up all the way. So back to that starting position. Back to you, Carolyn.
If you are staying seated for the sit-up as well, we can do a seated ab crunch. So again, we're going to have nice, tall, good posture, and you can cross your arms over your chest. And if you have an arm on your chair, you can work on twisting slightly and going over that arm on the chair. And you're gonna come back to center, twist, and then rotate to the other side. And simply work on going back and forth that way. If you are on the floor but can't quite do a full setup, you can work on doing a curl up, which is just working to bring your shoulders off the ground and your hands to the top of your knees. So that will be down this way and going up so far that my shoulders are off the ground and my hands are on my knees. So not going quite as far up as Coach Bailey was. Back to you, Bailey.
All right, next standard is a push-up. So you want your hands a little bit wider than shoulder length. And you want your feet about shoulder length. If you need more stability, you just kind of widen your stance a little bit more. Keep that good plank position where your core is engaged the whole time. You want to slightly lower yourself to the ground with your arms making that 40-degree angle, and then push all the way up through. Again, not losing that plank form. You want to try to keep your back straight, your whole body straight for that standard push-up. Back to you, Carolyn.
A seated version for your push-up, you can work on, again, sitting up straight. If you are able to simply raise your arms overhead, you can do that. If you have a workout band, you can stretch that underneath you to get some tension. Another version that's a little bit more difficult is doing a tricep dip here with your chair. So you're putting your hands on the arms of your chair and working to push yourself up. So your butt comes out of your chair and then slowly lower back down. So we're just pushing up and back down. The next step from there, if you're not wanting to go all the way on the floor, you can do a wall push-up. So that will be with your hands against the wall here. You're bringing your chest and your head towards the wall and pushing back. And then down on the ground, if you need a little more assistance before that full push-up, you can start with having your knees on the ground and doing a knee push-up. You can also have a step or something to push up against, so you don't have to go quite as far down to the ground. So that would look like this. Bring your chest and head toward the ground, but not going all the way down as far, and pushing back up. And those are your push-up modifications.
All right, our last standard is the burpee. Most exciting. We get to incorporate some of the movements we've already kind of covered. But I'm going to do this sideways so that you can see my profile. You're going to start with your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to bend down, squat down, put your hands on the ground. You're going to kick your feet back into that push-up position, lower yourself to the ground, do that push-up. Then you're going to jump your feet back so that they go slightly outside of your hands, and then jump to complete the whole movement. So again, I'm going to do it a little bit quicker for you to see, but I'm going to bend down, hands to the ground, kick back, push up, jump my feet back, and end with a jump at the very end of the movement. Back to you, Carolyn.
Sorry, I had some mute problems. So if you're staying seated, burpees are a really good exercise for cardio. So if you are just staying seated today, you can just do some arm punches very fast to get your heart rate up. Or since the burpee is a full body workout, you could, while you're seated, work on raising both your arm and your leg at the same time. Ideally, it would be opposite sides. So you could do that knee raise and arm raise, and try to engage your core and suck your tummy in, because then you'll feel that your abs are working too. So you can work on that from a seated position, or as Coach Bailey showed, instead of jumping through all those exercises, you can just step your legs out, step your legs back in, and then stand up slowly. So you can just take it down a notch on the floor as well. So those are all of our modifications for today, and I think we went through all of our exercises, so we should be ready to go.
Yeah, so sorry, Carolyn, I was supposed to show. So when you're in that down position, instead of jumping your feet back like this, you just step back. Still do the same movement with the push-up and then stepping forward to end the movement. I lost my head on that one. All right, guys, so I saw a lot of you trying out all of the different movements. That's so great. For a warm-up, we're gonna go through all of those movements together. We're gonna do 5 reps of each. So we're gonna do it together. So I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna count out the reps that we'll do together. So starting with air squats. You guys ready? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For lunges, just to be even, we're gonna do 6 reps so that we have 3 on each side. Ready? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, 6. And now sit-ups. Ready? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now push-ups. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, here's the real winner. We got 5 burpees. Ready? Okay. 1. We got 2. We got 3, 4. Last one. 5. Got a nice little sweat going already. Does anyone have any questions before we begin? We got one question?
About the burpees, should I take my time or I could do fast as I can?
No, we want you guys to take your time. It's most important that we focus on form. Because if you have form down, then you can build up to be faster. So we care most that you're doing the movement correctly and safely. So
Yes,
yes.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, no, I love the question. That was perfect. That was actually one of my reminders that I was going to tell you guys before we even began. So thank you so much, Jenna, for your question.
Sure, absolutely.
So Jenna, thank you. Yes, we want you guys to be doing all of the movements safely and movements that you can keep pace for 10 minutes. That's this workout, because it is as many rounds as possible. We want you guys to pace yourself during these 10 minutes, because ideally you guys are moving the whole time. We want to see people moving, less resting time in between. So it's not a sprint, it's an endurance workout, okay?
Got it.
All right, if there are no more questions, I got to take the glasses off because they're already steaming up. We'll get started. Oh, you have one more question?
Let's give everyone a heads up. I'll probably be off camera.
Oh, okay.
I'm in my bedroom. It is not very
Okay, Adam, thank you so much for letting us know.
With the push-ups and on-floor exercises, I'll be off then.
I don't know if I caught that last part, but we appreciate you working out. I heard you were in your bedroom. You just don't have a lot of space to be on camera. That's okay. Again, as long as you guys are doing the safe movements for yourself, because every body is different. But by you guys joining us today, you're one step ahead of everyone else. All right, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna do a countdown of 5 seconds, and then the clock behind me will start. Ooh, I'm gonna mute myself so you guys can't hear me breathing now.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got it, guys. Way to go. Just a reminder, it is 25 air squats, 20 lunges, 15 sit-ups, 10 push-ups, and 5 burpees. How many rounds of that can you do in 10 minutes? You've got this, guys. You're doing great. Keep it up.
God, I'm-
guys, you know it's only halfway, but you are doing such a great job. Keep it up.
seconds left, guys. Finish strong. You got it. Almost there. Almost there. Say you can. Way to go, everyone. Way to go. That was awesome. That was awesome. You guys did such a great job. Good work. How does everybody feel?
Sweaty.
I feel good.
A little sweaty, a little good. Yeah. That post-workout, like,
I feel so good.
you feel good, Jimmy. You look super cozy.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Everybody, big round of applause. Pat yourself on the back. That was great. So good.
Was that a groan of excitement?
Yeah.
What was everyone's favorite part?
My own exercise is mine.
The exercise was your favorite part?
Just doing my own exercise in those 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. Doing something active, that's always a good thing. Awesome. Well, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Just as a, sorry, go ahead. All right. Just as a reminder, make sure you guys are recording how many rounds you got so that you can look back at this workout, maybe try it again later sometime. So you can see what your time is today compared to your future self. That's highly important that you guys are journaling. So again, whether you're writing it down in a notebook or you're recording it on your phone, some way that you're tracking your progress is truly important. Just as another reminder, that was a hard workout. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sweating a whole lot. So it's important that you guys are hydrating. So you're drinking a lot of water to replenish all of that sweat. Not a bad idea to do a little bit of stretching. Make sure that those muscles are feeling good, that they're not tightening up after getting all of that activity.
Oh.
But again, guys, thank you so much for taking the time today and joining us for this live workout. We look forward to seeing everyone next week and have a lot of fun with the rest of the workouts this week. So thank you guys again. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Wait.
Okay. See
Can
you
I
later.
ask something?
Have a good day.
Yeah, if you have a question, go ahead.
No, never mind.
Oh, you can always ask next week.